take an open attack on them, they'll wipe the floor with us. They must be making a big boat that Curly led you to. So we gotta use our heads, or rather one head, your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a personal favor to me, Salvatore Leone. If you do this for me, you will be a made man. Anything you want. Go and see 8-Ball. You'll need his expertise to blow up that boat.
Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. To my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Ak Reacher. For the Jab and Rap episode, Jab, Rap, and Talk episode. You know what I mean? You know we in here. You know, we touch on the boxing first. Then we shift over a little bit. Just a little bit. Like my nigga 50 would have said, just a bit. Yeah, so what's going on with everybody? We about to get into it. I'm looking for my headphones, y'all. I'm not even gonna say a lot of you. What did I do? Shit always happens. Nah, I did everything but grab my headphones. Oh yeah, they over here. Alright, I got it. We straight. Oh yeah, let me get something to drink. Yeah. Y'all gonna have me out here preaching the word. Alright, y'all already jumping in here. I'm about to start. See a couple of y'all in here, so we're gonna get it shaking. Oh, Mac in the building. He said, "What's cracking?" What's cracking, cuz? I was thinking about you. I was watching this old ass movie. They got it on Amazon Prime, Mac. If you did, I was thinking about you. It's called The Gate. It's from the 80s. I think it's from like 87s before I was born. A couple years before I was. The Gate. And I remember the general brought that movie up one time. And he said that Leo Santa Cruz, if y'all old heads remember that movie, he said Leo Santa Cruz. I be remembering stuff. This is how you know even though I'm not always in certain brothers, they don't see me in the chat, I be listening. Just like how the sister Lala D always be telling me, you know what I mean? Yo, I be in the chat. I be in the chat. You just don't know. You just don't know. So I was like, but yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. We had a good chat last night. I was supposed to have the brother in the building. I gotta get his actual number. Yeah, so tonight Peter Quillen versus Angulo. Peter Quillen versus Angulo. How y'all feel about that? Let me get in the chat. Yeah, so E. Woodson said, "What's up, young Ak Reacher, young Lion?" And salute to Land of the 216. Shout out to all the brothers that, came in and shouted me out and showed some love real quick. Y'all know I do. Y'all know I do my thing. But yeah, I'm not too interested in this Kid Chocolate versus Angulo fight. I'm not gonna lie, man. Shout out to Botton South D-Town. What's going on, homie? I'm not really feeling this fight like that. This is why I gotta switch up the topics. This is exactly why I gotta switch up the topics. Because the fights, and I'm not even trying to be like that. Because, like I said, it's just, I don't want, like Peter Quillen, you couldn't challenge yourself a little bit more than that, though, at 168. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all. I was just saying you couldn't challenge yourself just a little bit more than that. So yeah, Peter Quillen or whatever is taking this fight on. I know it's just a light touch up, I guess, for something bigger. He was supposed to fight Truax. Truax kept getting hurt. I ain't gonna lie, man. I would go for another belt, man. Like, why do I gotta wait for this man to get healthy and fight for that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like bump him out of the position, and then the person that I'm gonna fight, let's do that. Don't be having me thinking, that, I'm gonna still be competing for a title or something. Like, I hope it's for something. I could be wrong. I could be, let me be quiet, because I'm thinking about they might have did that because Caleb Truax got injured. They might have been like, you know what, if you fight this fight with Angulo with a super Uber, it's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. You'll be in position. That's how they do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand it. I hope that it is putting them in a position. I guess if he would have beat Truax in that cut and all of that shit wouldn't have happened. That would have put him in position for the mandatory for Caleb Truax for the IBF title. So I ain't gonna lie, I think does anybody know where Peter Quillen is ranked? I mean, if he's ranked high enough, can Caleb Plant make a voluntary defense? Because I remember Tevin Farmer did that with Juno Carroll. Juno Carroll fought to a draw and really didn't become the mandatory. But Tevin Farmer fought him anyway. So I was just trying to understand how that all, it's so real, because before I even did my live or whatever, I had watched a lot of Archie Moore footage. Now, I already knew about the Black Mongoose. Then he was called the Old Mongoose. And then, of course, the ageless Archie Moore. He had a couple nicknames. He just had his career was amazing, man. His story, everything was amazing, man. It really humbled me to go back and watch, You know what I mean? I do it from time to time, but sometimes I don't go that old. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do. I got my time periods, you know what I mean, where I could go back and really watch like Carmen Basilio, Kid Gavilan, the real Kid Chocolate, you know, real old fighters, you know what I mean? Curtis Shepard, Curtis the Hatchet, who Archie Moore fought, who Archie Moore said was the hardest puncher he had ever faced. He said Rocky Marciano was one of the hardest punchers, but he wasn't the hardest puncher. But I love when he fought. I feel like out of everybody that he fought, though, the way he described the fight with Rocky Marciano in detail, even when he was really old, I just thought that was crazy how he still, like, I felt like I was in the ring with him. This dude had over 200 fights and he still had his senses intact. That's a testimony to his defense. Him being able to transition in the crab shell defense and the awkward stance that he used to stand in, you know what I mean, made it that way to where he could transition from offense to defense very well. You know what I mean? And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like certain moments, you know what I mean, hearing watching his documentary and stuff, man. That shit, I'm a tough dude. I'm like the toughest dude on YouTube. I don't care what nobody says. I don't cry for nothing, man. That shit made me cry. Like when I see other people that went through, like when I went through, you know what I mean, like certain things, you know, you probably didn't go exactly what I went through, but I ain't gonna lie, me and Archie Moore got a lot in common, though. Me and him got a lot in common, more in common than just than me taking his name, you know, because if you don't know, my boxing name, amateur and pro, has always been the ageless Anthony Forbes. I took that from the ageless Archie Moore, you know, so that's, you know, that I always knew about Archie Moore. It's just, you know, I had to go back. Sometimes I got to go back because sometimes, you know what I mean, you could forget sometimes. And I thought that I'm glad that I went back and watched it. You know, it made me think of myself a lot, you know. Made me think of myself an awful lot, like a lot of the things that he had went through in his life. But yeah, man, shout out to Archie Moore, man. He said they asked him about how when he knocked down Rocky Marciano in the beginning of the fight. And he did catch him he had great power. He said he already knew he was like a power puncher. See, me, I can't say that. He said he was always naturally heavy-handed. I wasn't like that. I was one of them dudes that developed their strength in their 20s. When I became an adult, I felt like is power and shit. Where other people that I sparred and fought said that I had power. You know what I mean? I never had that as a kid and a teenager. I wasn't one of those kids I was athletic, but I wasn't one of those kids that was crazy heavy-handed. I was really fast, if anything. You know, I was everything I made up for. But then maybe that's probably what happened. Maybe the man strength along with the speed, they always say speed is power. So maybe that's what ended up happening. Maybe those two combined along with the testosterone just made me a unstoppable force like cancer. I always looked at myself like a cancer in the boxing ring. You know, I'm very tough to get rid of. You know, I'm not so easily dispatched. It don't matter if you 200 pounds. It don't matter if you 140. That's just how it is with me, because I'm one of them guys. I got a made up mind. Like, you're not going to win. I don't care. Like, I came too far. I lost too many people. Unless you lost more people than me. Unless you lost more people than me. And I mean, not people that you know. Not people that you know. I mean, not people that I'm not saying that people that you don't know, not people that you don't know. I mean, people that you actually know, because there's a lot of people that you know about that loss. You like, yeah, Devin got killed over there, or Larry, he got hit up over here. But did you actually really know that person and really have a relationship? I'm talking about people that left me. I actually had relationships with, like real. You know what I'm saying? So unless you went through that, you're not winning the fight. It's going to be very hard to beat me. You got to be extremely, and even if you skilled, that shit don't mean nothing. Because there's a person that can always outwill you. Shout out to my brother 503, never let me down. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for coming through, champ. If you there, if you can hear me.
Yo, what's up with it? What's up with it? Look alive, man. It's the jam.
I told you, bro, you can't be using my shit against me, man. You battle rapping me, champ. I can't have no phrase. Now, what's up, though? I was just talking about the old school because I was watching Archie Moore's documentary, and I was really just going through, picking apart his life, and like, yo, he went through some shit, man. When he first,
a lot of them, a lot of those old school throwback fighters went through shit, man. Like Henry Armstrong.
Yeah, he talked about him too. He talked about him too.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Sugar Ray Robinson, man. Jack LaMotta, Jack Dempsey. It's stories for days, man. I think, bro, what we need to do, bro, we need to get on our scrapbook boxing shit, you heard? And just, like start collecting all the type of shit, like the old school DVDs and the magazines and shit, bro. I really like, cause when I get my house and shit, like when I get my game room and shit, like I
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree.
I'm gonna have like a.
I already got posters. I already got posters.
Like a boxing. Of course, basketball and football, bro. But I'm gonna dedicate like a wall or something to like all my boxing shit, bro. And I just wanna. I want to start collecting like, little shit, man. Like I want like shit from, of course, like the past and the future, the present, but I gotta have the archives, bro. Like you gotta know the history, man. And Archie Moore is one of them type of cats, man.
Still got the most knockouts. Still got 132.
Yeah, he was in the golden era of boxing, bro. Like when boxing was really boxing, like when motherfuckers was fighting 12 times a year and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really going down. You know what I'm saying? And he fought a lot of good guys, bro. A lot of good guys, man. Yes, like Floyd Patterson. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he fought Sonny Liston, Ali. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight
he didn't get the Sonny Liston fight. The last big fight that he had was Ali, though. He said that he and let me bring up the Ali thing.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I want to bring up the Ali thing. So Ali, this is somebody Ali knew previously before he was a solid pro. He was pro already. But before Ali was solid, like somebody getting to know me, and they see me when I'm establishing my real life. Who does motherfucker think he is? I remember what that's kind of how from how he didn't say it in those words, but that's kind of how Archie Moore looked at Ali, because he went to cabin to work with Ali, and Ali worked with him when Ali was 19. In San Diego, and he was making Ali wash the dishes, and Ali was an asshole. Ali was kind of like me. He was looking at him like, bro, I'm only washing my dishes, and like why I gotta wash everybody else's and shit like that. And then he also made Ali wash the dishes, I heard, but when it came to mopping the floor, and the Archie Moore at the same, he said he can sweep him up the mother. He's doing it for you. You know what I mean? And this, that, and so eventually it just didn't work out. Archie Moore worked in his corner a couple of times, but eventually I guess Archie Moore was too hard on him. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't, work out like that. And of course Archie Moore worked with George Foreman. But what I was surprised about 503 was this. Archie Moore gave Ali a lot of credit, yo. I didn't expect him to. Even though he did, he gave Ali, and Ali is younger than him. Ali is actually old enough to be his son. So to be real, it was kind of crazy for Archie Moore. Archie Moore is a great fighter. Like, for him to give credit like to Ali like that, like he was like, Ali. He said he was he was saying how George Foreman. He basically compared Ali and George Foreman. He said George Foreman. He said he was a hitter. He said Ali. He said he was a thinker. Then he got into them personally, like forget the boxing. Started talking about how they was as people. He said George Foreman, like, would, even though he was like a brute, he was like a big teddy bear. He would give you the world. And then he said Ali, he was self-centered. He said, but I think that helped him in the ring. He said both things helped both of the guys in the ring. George Foreman with him being so easygoing and being willing to learn, and Ali being so self-centered and focusing and honing his craft. So he actually said Ali, out of anybody in boxing, as an individual by himself, no one person did more for boxing than he did. So to me, that was kind of crazy for Archie Moore, even though him and Archie Moore didn't get along like that. That's how I knew Archie Moore was a real dude. Like, I already know if I was around the days of Archie Moore, me and probably would have got along great. I probably wouldn't have been digging a lot of the old ways or whatever, especially if he was older than me. You know what I mean? But I would have respected the man. Let me get in real quick. In the building, what's going on? Get this smoke. Is anyone else here in the digital? Chip in when Act talks. It is? For real? Hold on. How I sound, 503?
Yeah, you good on my end, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must be on your side. Champ.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that stream you all be going in and out, bro. So, you know, that's probably why I'm doing that on other people end. You know what I'm saying? But you was sounding pretty clear. But I'm actually on the road right now, bro. So I ain't at the highest. But yeah, you sound good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn, man, you on the road? Yeah, he sounds like. He said, yeah, D-Town said, yeah, he sound like a robot. Hold on. All right, so y'all give me a second. I'm gonna bring you back in. I'm gonna refresh it real quick. All right, my fault, y'all. My fault. I just try to refresh the page just to see if it would try to sound clearer for y'all. It could be the mic I'm using. Yeah, but yeah, man. Like I was saying, man. Yeah. Shout out all the old fighters that paved the way, man. And another story that he had too, that I thought that was pretty dope. He said that one time when he first turned pro, he asked the lady, I guess he was in the South, to rent a room or whatever, and she let him sleep in the barn or whatever, because he had an upcoming match around that way. And then he heard a noise, while he was sleeping, and it was a lynch mob. So he done paid this lady, and she setting him up trying to get lynched. And he ran. He said he was out of there. He seen them way before they came. He said, "You good now?" All right, good. Yeah, man. Bottom South D-Town said, "Wow, yeah, for real. Yeah, that happened, bro. Based on the true story, bro. And he had like ulcers in like his stomach or something like that, which caused him to go into a coma. That's why he had like a scar on his stomach. I think it was on the right side of his stomach, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, man, he was in a coma for like a month, and he said to himself while he was in the coma and they was operating on him and they opened him up, he said that he said he remember seeing his aunt and his niece, and he said all he knew is that he had to stay alive for them. He had to stay alive for them, and he just kept saying that. He said, and then he woke up, and then of course he didn't box right away. He said, but for him to fully heal and go back into boxing, it took him like a whole year after the surgery. And that was in 1941. So, yeah, man. And it was messed up, though. And he was one of them dudes, too. It took a while for his career to break. It took a while for his career to really hit. Like that, ladies and gentlemen, because of the fact that he didn't really have like he was a St. Louis dude. He's from the Midwest, so I don't understand why he's born in Mississippi and raised in St. Louis. But I don't understand why he didn't take off like that. And Joe Louis lived in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Well, I heard Joe Louis had better connections, though. I'm not going to lie, though. I heard Joe Louis had better connections, though. Like in Detroit and shit like that. I did hear that. And I ain't going to lie, they was popping with the music and stuff like that. So now that I think about it, him living in Detroit around that time was equivalent to living in New York, probably. You know what I mean? Or LA, you know what I mean? If you were modeling. So I got to think about it like that at the time. Joe Louis being in Detroit and around the 40s and the 30s and all of that, he probably was good. You know what I mean? His connections was good. Archie Moore, not so much. But shit, he eventually got that title shot against Joey Maxim. And this is going to be my last thing. And then we're going to transition into the rap. It's going to be my last thing with the boxing. Then I'm going to transition. But pay attention to this. Okay? So we had this whole thing last weekend where we was talking about Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia not getting paid. Okay? And I'm sitting here talking to y'all about Archie Moore, a great African-American champion from St. Louis, Missouri, who the title meant everything to him. This is why I can't listen to everybody when they say the belts don't mean nothing. If you're not a fighter, you're not going to understand, bro. You never will understand. That is the truth. Or if you never fought before, like organized fighting, you're not going to understand, bro. You know what I mean? This is why I always say, if you don't look at it from a fighter standpoint, you're going to always be lost. You know what I'm saying? This is why I try to tell you. So the fighters back in the day, when they wanted the belt, they was wrong too. There was I researched it. There was a couple of titles out there then too. In the 40s and stuff. They wasn't just popularized. There was a couple of titles out there too. But he wanted the main one that Joey Maxim had. You know, and back in those days, right? When you was a black fighter, this is the two things that you had to expect back in those days. They was like, all right, because we got to remember, this isn't the Jack Johnson days when he was breaking the barrier. Yeah, there was still civil rights, of course, going on in America and stuff like that. So, of course, still black fighters was getting the shit into the stick. So, yeah, we got to pay attention to that part. That's the truth. But you, like I said, if you was a black fighter then, at least you would be able to kind of get a shot if you, it's kind of like today. You got to have the right connections. If you had the right connections, he ended up getting the right connections in like 9 years. That led him to getting a shot with Joey Maxim. But like I said, this was the two things. This was the stipulations about it, though. Back then, if you did reach your goal and got your belt, you had to get ready to take the short end of the money, which was cool. Joey Maxim was the champion. Cool. We just want to beat your ass and get the belt. And then you had to be ready to be matched in tough. That was the thing. That was the fucked up part about being a black fighter back then. It was no, oh, we building a fighter, let him take his time. Nah, if you was demanding a title shot and you was a black fighter and you felt like you wanted it, they was going to be like, all right, we're going to put you in against the A-level fighter. Better be ready. And that's what they did. Archie Moore only got $800 fucking dollars for that fight. Joey Maxim got $100,000 for that fight. You know how much money that was? Light heavyweight championship of the world. And y'all gonna fucking sit here and tell me about Ryan Garcia complaining. And he ain't fighting nobody near the level of Joey Maxim. Then again, he ain't fighting for a world title either. But at the same time, don't be asking for no major figures like that. A couple more dollars. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. They gave my son only $800. They gave Joey Maxim $100,000. All my fool wanted was the belt. Can I talk to y'all for a second? Or some G shit. This shit make me cry, man. That's some real shit right there, bro. I'm about to run a mile after this. Shout out to Archie, man. It's my mans. Come on, man. Y'all telling me about Ryan. Y'all say Ryan has the right to complain. And what did he do? He never even showed me nothing. A lot of these dudes that y'all be praising that's young and coming didn't show me nothing special. The only I'm on some Archie Moore shit. The only ones that I really see, I go for Shakur, Devin, and I don't count Jerron Ennis is in his own. On some real shit. I don't even like bring him into conversations with them. He said his dad, Derek Ennis, said 2 more fights will be ready to fight somebody like they said like a Ugas. He said I wasn't thinking like a Ugas. He said he was thinking, I forgot who he brought up. He brought up somebody in like the middle. He said like a John Molina Jr. or something like that. Because they already broke the top 15. They probably in like the top 12. Nigga Jerron Ennis after that last fight. So, I like Jerron Ennis. He remind me of me too. Trick in here. Oh, what's good, Trick? Trick, what's up? Salute, chat. Black fighters went through hell. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Kurt. You ain't lying. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. That like shit. Even the fighters that didn't grow up in racist areas, them niggas wasn't sleeping in the main hotels. But that's here. You know what I mean? Ryan like just took that little bit of money. This is what he should have did. Let me tell you what I would have did. I would have took the money, fought that dude, right? Knocked that dude the fuck out, got him the fuck out of here. And then after I would have did that, I would have demanded. When I would have renewed the contract, whatever Ryan asked for now, I would have got even more than that because of what I just did. And Oscar De La Hoya would have had no choice but to give me that. Because one, I don't even think Oscar De La Hoya would have argued with me after I would have knocked out that tough challenge for the money that you gave me already. And then me asking for even more. I probably would have got even more because of that. I probably would have did good on my boast with that. But that's just the type of person that I am. I'll care. I don't get me wrong. I care about the money too. You ain't gonna just give me anything. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna just go to the notary and just sign anything. But I'm just saying, like, in certain situations where it could, you know what I mean, make you move up. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean? Because they moving him along even that dude that he about to fight now, man. Like, come on, man. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to read this. I'm sorry I missed this. He said, Trick Notes, he said, at Kurt, I'm Wilder and you, the U.S. version of Anthony Joshua. You've been ducking me. Let me find out, Kurt. Kurt, I know you ain't ducking, Kurt. Kurt, you New York's finest, Kurt. I don't even think about ducking when I think of New York on some real shit. Because all the New York niggas that I know is solid for the most part. Even the battle rappers, they solid. From Old Red to Shotgun Suge. Shotgun Suge, see, a lot of y'all don't even know. Kurt know. Shotgun Suge is a Crip, and he live in the area in New York he live. All blood niggas live there. How you think I know that? I gotta have New York niggas, right, to know that. He the only Crip that live in that area. He said New York don't run. Shoot. Marv, shoot. And Marv, shoot. Marv, I'm gonna be watching some interview. I'm gonna be studying Marv this week. I'm gonna go to the 80s. I'm gonna get out of the 40s. I went too far back. But I'm kind of glad I did watch Archie Moore, man. Shout out to Archie Moore, man. On some real shit. Shout out to Archie. Real dude, man. Peace be upon him. And another thing that before I stop talking about him, he just had me cracking up, like I said, when he got into detail and he talked about him fighting Rocky Marciano. He said it was a booming, cutting like jolt. I said, Art, what is Arch talking about? I said, I guess he was talking about the punch that put him down. You know what I mean? For the last time, because he got knocked down a few times, but he kept telling his corner he wanted to go out on the shield. He said he felt the booming, cutting like jolt. I guess, like punch that Rocky Marciano threw. And the diet that he used to do to make weight. This dude was crazy. The dude used to train with this old guy, right? I done heard some things in my day, but I don't think I heard this one. So the dude said he used to work with this guy that catch birds. He was really poor. He said it worked out good for him while he was fighting because the dude used to just fry the wings, and the wings didn't have any fat on it. So that's how he would be lean and always. That was one of the things that he would eat to make weight and stuff. I was like, man, this dude, man, his remedies was kind of crazy, but I can't see myself just eating the wing. The hardest person from Newark is Rod Digger. Oh yeah, I forgot Rod Digger's. I forgot she's from Newark. For real? Wow, I thought, for real? I never knew that. I actually never knew that. I should have known that. She is kind of rough. Rod Digger was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know Rod Digger was from Newark. I never knew that. I always thought she was from New York for some reason. She had like a New York swag. So, yeah, man. So it's going down, man. Kurt, your birthday weekend is going down, man. It's going down. We got some boxing and we got battle rap. We got ours, the Rebel, and then we got Cass, Barry, Adrian Reese, Bars, Cassidy. Newark versus Philadelphia. Now, Cassidy, now they did an interview with Arsenal after they had the face-off. And Arsenal said he was good the first 27 minutes. He said then Cassidy started popping off at the mouth and started going crazy. That's what Arsenal said. Arsenal said, how you talking crazy to me? I'm a young nigga. Arsenal said, I've been out of Newark since 2010. I said, damn. He said, how you gonna get at me? He said, I live in Florida now, and I still come back to Newark and get love. He said, none of my OGs in my city disrespected me. He said, Gilly. He said, I forgot, he named a couple other niggas from Philly. He's like, you know what I mean? And all of them, they don't respect you. He was like, you could go ask Redman and Tretch what's up with me. Yo, shout out to Ars. Yo, I feel Ars, man. I feel Ars, man. Yo, shout out to Ars, bro. Yo, he got me so hyped, man. Ars got me so hyped for this battle, bro. Ars got me so hyped for this battle, man. I can't wait to this Arsenal Cassidy battle. I think this is gonna be a good one. A lot of people think Cassidy gonna win. I don't know how. Could I ask the people that think Cassidy is gonna win? Why do you think that? I think lyrically, I love Goods to death, but lyrically, I honestly, a lot of people could disagree if they want. I think Arsenal is better lyrically, and Arsenal beat a lot more people convincingly more than Goods did. Shit, I remember Arsenal against T-Rex back in the day when Arsenal was young. Yo, when Arsenal didn't even have a stomach and no beard. When he had the short dreads. Arsenal was one of the niggas I really like watched. Cause he's not that much older than me. Let me get in the chat. He said Whitney Houston was real hood. Yeah, you're right, Kurt. She was. For her voice to have a voice like that, I go for that. I don't care what nobody says. She probably had I think she was of all time. I think that she was the best. I'm sorry. I think Whitney Houston, overall, I go for she may have not together outside of the music, but as far as I don't care what anybody says, man. That's I'll tell you right now, that's my sister's favorite singer. When Whitney Houston died, she cried. What's going on, Mac? Salute, Kurt. Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Arsenal, man. Shout out to Ars, man. Cassidy, I think Cassidy is going to do better in the Arsenal battle because I know that he knows that Arsenal is better than Goods, so he's going to approach the battle differently. So yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal does better, even better than I thought. And Arsenal was smart. He said, "I can't wait. Wait till y'all see I cooked up for him. Wait." He said, and they was like, that doesn't concern you. That it's in Philadelphia. That doesn't concern you. That it's in his hometown. Arsenal said that doesn't mean anything. Now, I want to ask people in the chat, do y'all think that the home field advantage when it comes to battle rap, do y'all think that means something or it doesn't mean something? I just want to know how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think it means something or it doesn't mean nothing? Because apparently there's a few people that feel as though that means something, and then there's people that don't think that mean anything. So I just want to know from you guys' standpoint, does that mean anything? You know, does having a home field advantage? Because let's take into account Philadelphia from Newark is about 2 hours. Hour and a half, depending on hour 45, depending on the person who's driving. If you driving with a person that's a madman, that's a speed racer, like that old cartoon y'all used to watch. Yeah, all y'all old dudes out there, speed racer. Tame One from the Artifacts was nice. Check out the CD, Old Jersey Bastard. He said depends on the artist. Sometimes the bars they say are not even all that, but the crowd will make it seem like it is. I agree with you. He said 3 hours. Oh, 3 hours? Damn. Kurt said, nah, 3 hours. Damn, even longer. Nah, because my man, he be jetting from over there. He got a girl that live in Philly. But anyway. Um, yeah, man. Basically, that's not that far. You know what I mean? Even 3 hours, 2 hours. You know what I mean? Most of the people that was with a lot of people from Jersey said they going. I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of people from Jersey said they was going to support Arsenal. I barely seen anybody from Jersey even mention that they wanted to see Cassidy win. Dead ass. Matter of fact, Kurt, who you think is gonna win, Kurt? I mean, I think I know who you're going for, but you could just be neutral. You could just be on hip hop side. I don't know, Kurt. You could be on hip hop side. So, Kurt, I need to know whose side is you on this one. I'm pretty sure it's Arsenal, but I just want to be sure. Like, you got Arsenal winning 2-1? Because I got Arsenal 2-1. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I got Ars. I think Ars been more active. I think Ars is going to be real comfortable up there. Arsenal been in somebody else's hometown who's bigger in their hometown than Cassidy is in his hometown with Mr. Fab. When he battled Mr. Fab in Oakland, you know how hard that was for Arsenal? So I got to go with Arsenal. I got to go with fucking Arsenal. Just because of that battle right there. Watch that battle with Arsenal against Mr. Fab. Watch that battle with Arsenal against Mr. Fab. Arsenal went to Oakland, yo. I don't care what nobody said. Arsenal went to Oakland where Mr. Fab does a lot over there. I talked to Callie on the phone. I talked to him about Mr. Fab. Callie was like, yeah, I go front. He is like that over here. Callie even said it. And Arsenal was hanging in there with Mr. Fab. Matter of fact, after this, I'm going to watch that battle again for my nigga Ars. Word up, man. Shout out to Ars, bro. Ars be in the air so much, bro. They always booking him. He always getting booked. And not only is Ars, you know what else I got to give Ars credit for? Ars is also a good businessman. Because when he battles, right? He gets some of the pay-per-views, smacking Beasley. He get a percentage out of that. Chico Beasley and Avocado and all them niggas, he get a percentage out of that. He get bread and he get a percentage. Why I feel Ars keep coming back. You know what I mean? If I can review, I'll be coming back too. Kurt said Ars. Oh, okay. I figured that much, Kurt. I'm just making sure. I mean, I got Ars too, man. I just feel like Ars understands how to approach battle more because he's been doing it since he was like 19. You know what I mean? Holding Newark down. Going to mad different areas, battling mad different other niggas. I would love to ask Arsenal, how many battles do you have recorded? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. That's going to be real lit in the city of Philadelphia. The first time, believe it or not, that URL will have an event in Philadelphia. It's hard to believe, but that's the first time they're going to have an event in Philadelphia. So, and I got to go back and watch Arsenal versus Loaded Lux. Because y'all remember back in the Sub-Zero days, back in the Lions, then Arsenal battled back then too. That shit is crazy. This nigga Arsenal was battling back then too. Yo, that's crazy, yo. And that's when he was battling for free and he was doing favors for Loaded Lux. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man. And they also have a good card, a good undercard for that. They got Geechee versus Tay Rock. They got New Jersey Twerk versus Calico. They have Reed versus K-Shine. Reed versus K. So it's a lot of stuff going down. Would you agree that some artists can write, but can't battle a verse? For example, Cannabis can write but not battle. Yeah, that's a good point. And it goes both ways, but it goes kind of both ways, Trick, because it's like, oh, they say battle rappers can't make a song. So it kind of goes in sync with each other. Sometimes you may have battle rapped too much to where they don't, respect the game, what I mean, when it comes to making a song. So like I said, it goes both ways. I mean, I try to separate it, but at the same time, maybe I can't say that because I like Sue Surf's album, another dude from from Jersey. I like Sue Surf's album, so the 725 album, which he titled after the time he went to his mom's house and he got shot by other fellow gang members. I'm gonna just say that. He almost lost his life. He got shot 5 times. So no, get a little crazy, but yeah, he got that was a great album that he had. I listen to it a lot when I work out. So and he got a lot of things going on. So shout out to Sue Surf, man. Shout out to Tsunami Surf, man. For real. The man got a book out. It's currently the #1 bestseller right now. Believe it or not, Kurt. I don't know what the book is called, Kurt. I'm trying to figure out what the book is called. So if you can figure out what Sue Surf book is called, if anybody can figure that out, could y'all send that information to me, please? Because I would love to support the brother, man. He had an autograph signing. I don't know where we're at. So yeah, man. So I'm getting ready to end this one. We gonna come back later. We got Kid Chocolate fighting Angulo. So I got Kid Chocolate winning. Think it should be I think he's gonna stop him. But I'm gonna definitely come back tonight, and yeah, we gonna break down what happened in that fight. So I'll come back and definitely hit y'all with one tonight, man. But with that being said, appreciate everybody that came through. It's your boy, Ack Reacher. I never steer you wrong. Y'all all, have a good night. We'll be back, and I'm out.